Welcome in. It's Tuesday morning. Parker and Sipple for the Lincoln Journal-Star, HuskerExtra.com. August 31st, Sipple, Nebraska, coming off a loss to Illinois, getting ready for Fordham at home this weekend. The four most interesting things we heard today after hearing from offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, a couple assistants, a few players. Number one, Matt Lubick, the offensive coordinator, said today that he thought they had an adequate plan for Illinois once the defensive front and sort of system was different than what they expected. So they had another play sheet, and they also have stuff, obviously, that they think can work against both fronts. And so Lubick really, more than the sort of lack of preparedness or surprise, I guess, that Scott Frost talked about yesterday, really put it on executing the stuff that they did have in their plan.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And you know what, Parker, it boils down to in football, there's a lot of different opinions. There's a lot of moving parts. Guys see things different ways a lot of the time. I mean, you just take a call, number two, you just take a call like the one on Caleb Tanner. Different guys see it different ways. But Mike Dawson, who coaches outside linebackers, coaches Caleb Tanner, said the flag was probably warranted because of the way Tanner finished the play on top of him with his head. Got to keep your head out of it. Now, I didn't see it. I didn't see that.
There wasn't a good look at it on the broadcast, really. You saw the initial contact, but not the finish to the ground, really, on any of the angles on Fox.
Right. Also, Dawson did say that Tanner taunted the quarterback, that you could see that on their game video. That was not on the broadcast. Okay, I know we got off script here.
That's fine. We're going to go right to number three because one thing in the game that there weren't differing opinions on, that everybody saw the same way, was that Cam Taylor-Britt shouldn't have fielded that punt at the 2-yard line that turned into the safety. Sean Beckton talked about that today. Said, yeah, Cam, he's a really good football player, and he made a big mistake. But Beckton also said he trusts him, just sort of like Frost said yesterday. And Beckton, who coaches the returners, punt and kick returner, said Taylor-Britt was the first guy up today in practice, and he'll be in that role again in a job share with Oliver Martin, just like he was against Illinois. Okay, so now back to the offense for number four.
Right. There was talk today, more talk, including from Matt Lubick, the offensive coordinator, about the importance of establishing the downhill running game. And they didn't establish it.
They didn't, yeah.
They wanted to establish it early and just weren't able to. Lubick talked about it. Austin Allen talked about it. Austin Allen said any great team has a formidable running game.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much true, too. I mean,
I think so.
You might find an air raid team out there somewhere that was pretty good that didn't run very. Like Leach had a team that went to the Big 12 championship game.
Even the greatest show on turf had Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to have a really good running game and be a championship team. So they're still mindful of it. They're still preaching that doctrine. We'll see what happens against Fordham.
Fordham, the New York City's finest. That's all for 4 Downs today. Fordham, 4 Downs. It sort of works, simple, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks for watching. Check HuskerExtra.com and the Lincoln Journal-Star for all the latest.